Hi guys, welcome to Grant's Farm. My name's Amy Trout and I'm the assistant animal curator here at the farm. I've been here for 10 years. If you have a question or you're interested in a specific animal, you can always reach out to us on our Facebook page or you can tweet us at #AskGrantsFarm. Come on for the ride. Hi guys, welcome to Grant's Farm. Today is all about birds. We're going to learn about our chickens, our ostriches, and all of their egg production. Come on, let's go learn about them. So this is our chicken coop. This is where we collect all of our farm fresh eggs that we use in our culinary areas at Grant's Farm. So this girl is one of our Jersey Giants. The most predominant breed that we have at Grant's Farm are Rhode Island Reds, who are well known for their large brown eggs. On the average, chickens lay about 6 eggs a week. Currently, we're collecting about 2 dozen eggs a day from our chickens at Grant's Farm. So one of the important ways for chickens to keep their feathers clean is to give themselves a dust bath. So if you see them kind of flopping around on the ground a little bit, they're not sick or injured, they're just trying to give themselves a bath. So also I have something really cool to show you. We've got day-old baby chicks that just arrived today. So you guys are really lucky that you're gonna get a chance to see them up close and personal. Let's go check them out. So another fun fact about our chickens is that as the chickens get older, the size of their eggs actually gets larger. So chickens will typically lay eggs until they're about 4 years of age. And every year the chicken gets older, their eggs get bigger. Now the number of eggs that they produce will start to back off a little bit. So they don't produce as many eggs, but they're just a lot bigger. So as you can see, these little chicken coops, these are their nesting boxes. And so the chickens will come in here once a day or 6 times a week, and this is where they like to lay their eggs. Most chickens will lay their eggs between 7 a.m. and 11 o'clock in the morning. And if you look, this little girl over here, she's actually probably laying an egg as we speak. So we've just collected our eggs, so now it's time to go through their first pre-wash. So what I'm gonna do is set them down in the outdoor sink, and then if any of the eggs have any debris on them, maybe they've got a little bit of hay or anything stuck to them, we're just gonna rinse that off out here. Okay, so once the cold wash is completed, the eggs are actually gonna go into another building where they're gonna go through a more thorough, detailed wash, which is a requirement of the USDA. Now, we also have a couple other animals here at Grant's Farm that love our fresh farm eggs. So the Coatimundes are a species of animal that we have here, and they actually eat about 10 eggs a week as part of their diet. So we have to save a few of these back for our own animals to eat as part of their diet. Now that we've collected all of our chicken eggs and we've already done a pre-wash on them, let's head out and see if we can find an egg that's a little bit bigger than this. Well, I think we found one. So now we're up here at the mountain in the deer park, and you can see we have a freshly laid egg in our ostrich nest. So ostriches are native to Africa. They are the largest flightless land birds on the planet. Another fun fact about an ostrich is that they have the largest eye relative to the size of their head of any animal on the planet. The ostrich that's closest to us is our female Opal, and in the background you can see the male Oscar laying down. Now what he's doing is giving himself a dust bath. It's kind of cool to watch, just like the chickens. They kind of lay down in a dusty spot and then they flap their wings and it kind of throws dust and sand up on their body. And not only does it keep their feathers clean, but it also helps keep the bugs off of them as well. So an interesting fact about our ostriches is their immense size. The males can be between 250 and 300 pounds and stand over 9 foot tall. So as we talked about the chicken eggs earlier, ostriches also lay eggs. They lay a roughly 40 to 60 eggs in a season. So what happens is early when the female starts laying the eggs are typically unfertilized. The male is the one that actually sets the time for when the eggs will be fertilized. He actually will sit on the nest and become broody. And so what happens is his legs will actually turn bright red. He'll get really aggressive towards the handlers. And so when that happens and he starts being very protective of the eggs, we'll know that those eggs are likely fertile and we'll have a good chance of getting an ostrich chick to hatch out of the eggs. But these eggs that are kind of left abandoned early in the breeding season, we know are very likely not fertile. I guess they both need a bath. So we'll collect this egg while the male and the female ostrich are taking a nice dust bath. So as you can see, the ostrich nest is mostly made of sand and it has a nice deep depression in the middle where they'll lay the majority of their eggs. But since they're not really interested in this egg, we're going to go ahead and collect it, and maybe we'll do something fun with it later today. Wow, that's a heavy egg. These eggs weigh on the average of 4 to 5 pounds apiece. This is an unfertilized egg, which means this is not going to develop into an ostrich chick. The only way that would happen is if the egg was actually fertilized and the parents have to sit on the egg, keep it at a certain temperature. They also have to roll the egg several times a day in order for it to hatch and become a live ostrich. So what that means is that this egg is totally perfect to cook and we can eat it.
Hi, welcome to Grant's Farm. I'm Sam Neiman, Executive Chef. Today we are going to cook an ostrich egg and we're going to compare it to our chicken eggs. It takes 24 chicken eggs to make one ostrich egg. But the shells are very thick, no matter what size the egg is. And you can actually see the shavings peeling off of it, and I'm still not getting through to the egg. So I like to put it in some kind of container to keep it upright. Okay. Now what you want to do is just peel the shell off. Take a look at that. Look how thick that shell is. And inside, underneath the shell is a real heavy membrane. Chicken eggs have this as well, but it's nowhere near as thick. If I did this to a chicken egg, I'd put my finger right through it. So what I'm going to do also is, it's not like a regular chicken egg where you can break it and go right into the skillet. It's good to put this into a bowl or some kind of container with the yolk and the egg white and everything intact. If I was going to scramble it, it wouldn't matter. I would just dump it out and not really worry about how it came out. Not bad. So we're going to go right into the skillet with the egg. Very gently so we don't break the yolk. There we go. So frying an ostrich egg like this, it takes about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You just kind of want to keep moving the egg whites around a little bit so everything gets cooked. You can see the yolk has a really rich color, even a little bit more yellow than the chicken egg as well. And the egg white on the ostrich eggs are a little more gelatinous. So it's got a little bit different texture, but same flavor. So the technique on the chicken egg, everybody knows. Hit it on the side, right into the skillet. And you can see already the difference, size difference, obviously. Like I said, 24 chicken eggs to 1 ostrich egg. So that being said, it feeds 10 to 12 people. So when you plan on cooking an ostrich egg, you better have a big breakfast plan. Hope you have a lot of friends. So I'm going to put this egg, the ostrich egg, out first here on the grill. As you can see, quite a large egg. And then we have our chicken egg. You can definitely see the difference. I'm going to hit it with a little kosher salt, a little ground black pepper. We're ready. So that wraps up our segment on cooking eggs. Come out and try our chicken eggs here at Grant's Farm.
So wasn't that awesome, guys, learning about how to cook an ostrich egg with Chef Sam? I hope you guys learned a lot about the difference between the ostrich egg and the chicken egg. So let's review a little bit about the animals we met today. We met the chickens, which our chickens at Grant's Farm produce about 24 eggs a day, which is the equivalent to 1 ostrich egg. The breed of chicken that we have at Grant's Farm is mostly the Rhode Island Red. Chickens also like to bathe themselves in dust or sand to keep their feathers clean and keep the bugs away from them. The other animal that we met today is the ostrich. The ostrich is the largest flightless land bird on the planet. They also have the largest eye relative to the size of their head than any other animal on the planet. Just like the chickens, the ostriches also dust themselves to keep clean and keep the bugs away with sand or dust. So thanks so much for joining us today. We really had a great time learning about the chickens and the ostrich. If you have a question about any of the animals that you saw today, you can always reach out to us on Twitter at #AskGrantsFarm. You can also check out our Facebook page for any upcoming episodes. We always post great information at grantsfarm.com. Well, thanks for joining us today. I'm Amy Trout. See you next time.